but I don't remember a time where I wasn't not writing raps. I've been writing raps since I could speak. Like I don't even remember when I wasn't rapping. You know what I'm saying? And we disagreed a lot. You know, I wanted to be more.
Who
Now
was we?
wanted me
Who
to
was
be more
we?
boozy. Like now I'm a legend in a whole different space. You see what I'm saying? Just doing what's honest to me without no business even being factored in. I pull a beat up and write what the fuck I want to write. I don't care about radio and spin. You know, I don't care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I want to do. I make money from doing business. I just rap because I'm nice.
Man, I'm honored, man. We got a special guest with us, man. He's worked with some of the greatest MCs,
Facts.
producers, DJs. He's a songwriter, a film producer, entrepreneur. He's an investor as well. He's one of my favorite MCs all time, and somebody whose pen is respected all over the world.
Definitely sure.
Grand Rapids own WTK, Willie the Kid. How are you, bro?
What's happening, bro?
Yo, what's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all having me. What's happening?
Yeah, man. Glad you're here.
Good to be here, man. We're just gonna take it from the top. You know what I'm saying? Just tell us about Grand Rapids, your upbringing. What was that like?
Yeah, you know, Grand Rapids is the second biggest city in the state of Michigan. Detroit is the biggest, and then Grand Rapids is second. We're on the west side of the state. Detroit is far to the east. We're like equidistant between Chicago and Detroit. So you can get in the car and be in Detroit in like 2 hours. You could be in Chicago 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So we're like right in the middle. So we got all of the bells and whistles of any blue collar industrial Midwest town. You know what I'm saying? So you think about Indianapolis, you think about Gary, you think about Dayton, you think about Columbus, you think about Toledo. Like we're one of those cities. You know what I'm saying? Where our people on our side, we have to work a little bit harder and get more creative to find our way. You know what I'm saying? As far as you're talking about entertainment, things of that nature, it's not at our front door. It's not at our doorstep. You know how that is. So, all the traditional pitfalls is there. All of the negative shit is there like it is anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? But one thing we benefit from is not having those things. It forced us to be creative. It forced us to find an alternative route, to get our piece of the American pie. And I'm living proof.
Yeah, everybody say because that's why you one hell of an investor. I see. I Googled you when it came up. Like it's hard because you definitely dope with the pen. But when I looked you up, investor came up under your name. Nigga, that's big. Like that's good shit, bro. Speaking of that,
yeah.
Since we on the investment tip, you got the champagne. I was checking that out. I don't drink champagne, but I was definitely looking into it. Like, how you popping that off? How's that going?
Just to clear it up. So the champagne was just the first product to roll out. You know what I'm saying? So like what you were saying though, Rob, you don't really get down with champagne, but that's okay because I got a vodka for you. You know what I'm saying? I got some.
I buy it. I just don't drink it. I waste it.
For you this one.
Facts.
That's all good.
I'll definitely.
The point I'm making is it's bigger than the champagne. Like we're talking about a startup brand. Like it's a black-owned craft spirits company called FOUR20THREE65. And we're based out of Grand Rapids. Our distributor is the biggest wine distillery, the biggest winery, in the state of Michigan. We just signed on a partnership with Meyer. Yeah.
Congratulations.
You guys Midwest, so you know Meyer.
Yes, congratulations. Yes, sir.
Fortune 500 grocery store, Fortune 500 company.
For people that go to Publix, the people that go the Publix. Exactly. Yeah, we got to talk to our, we from the Midwest, bro. We home team. Yeah, Myers is big dog. That's like that's Walmart. So, that's Walmart.
Exactly. So if you're in the Southeast, it'd be Publix or Kroger or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
If you down south, it's the equivalent to that.
Is Grand Rapids
East Coast to be Pathmark or something like that?
Is Grand Rapids like Detroit been through their thing? They reviving the city it's rough. You go right through. It's like Grand Rapids don't look like Detroit, do it?
That's a great question. Detroit is the epicenter, the powerhouse for the automotive industry. And when things started to take a shift, when businesses, particularly General Motors in Detroit, took a hit, it kind of affected the whole ecosystem in Michigan as a whole. A lot of businesses relied on, automotive. Even there's some business, multi-million-dollar business, all they make is just the screws that go into the cars. All they make is just the paint that goes onto the car parts. Those kind of companies, they just took a hit. What Grand Rapids did, and I'm really, really, really impressed by and proud of to this very day. they conserved a lot of their resources through those changes. They weren't relying on just the automotive industry. Like I remember going home. I live in Atlanta. That's one of my big cities, but I'd be all over actually. That's one of my big cities though. But when I used to go back home, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I was concerned about the way the city was moving so slowly. And what I'd grown to understand over time was they were just conserving their resources. When I saw Detroit going through its hardships, I saw Grand Rapids completely build a new infrastructure in the entire city. They redid the airport. They built these medical centers. They merged the top hospitals and became a #1 center for cancer research. During all of these changes that were going on in Detroit, Grand Rapids was built as a furniture city. You know what I'm saying? And they used to import from Canada down through across Michigan to Grand Rapids down to Chicago, the railroad system and everything. So I seen Grand Rapids totally. I mean, even VC. Like I'm a part of a VC initiative out there in Grand Rapids, getting incubation started for a lot of small businesses. I saw Grand Rapids stand tall through the recession, stand tall through a lot of the things that Detroit was going through and the rest of the nation. Those type of things yielded entrepreneurs like myself and a lot of people out of Grand Rapids that did really well after that.
Okay, the Mutu Vigette.
Motu Vigé.
Motu Vigé. I'm a nigga.
Yeah,
I be saying things all the way. Wow, I'm wild. Yo, that was fire. Yo, fact. So so you got your partner John Jelks, right? Is he from Grand Rapids as well?
Absolutely, Southeast.
Talk about it. What y'all got? Shout out to John Jelks. Facts.
Yeah.
What y'all got going on? I see y'all got the music app, the Midwest Tech Project. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that about? That sounds huge.
The Midwest Tech Project, it's an initiative we're doing. It started as an opportunity initiative to reach out to the inner city. I have 2 initiatives I'll tell you about where we focus on low income, high potential areas. Midwest Tech is one, Navigate is the other. Navigate is based out of Atlanta and Midwest Tech is based out of Michigan. But what we're doing is we're targeting these areas where the youth are being challenged and don't have equal access to opportunities to build careers and things of that nature. The areas where we grew up at, where we came out of, you know what I'm saying? And Midwest Tech, the first thing we did was started a platform that gives the students and the young people access to job training in the tech field, tech, STEM, robotics, things of that nature. Same thing we're doing in Atlanta, initiative called Navigate. We're reaching out to Title I schools, these low income, high potential areas, and giving students opportunities to get trained in technical jobs, hospitality jobs, medical jobs, things of that nature. We're partnering with corporations and big organizations and giving the youth opportunity to get trained and to go right into these jobs right after high school, do internships and get paid while they're in high school. Because everybody ain't college material, everybody ain't college material.
Yeah.
And everybody
I think college is a
ain't street material neither. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and for some it works, but I don't think there's a lot of alternatives for people if they don't go to college. If you don't go to college, you're going to get a minimum wage job and be working there 20 years before you can, really afford something solid. Or you might think it's cool to start getting in the street life and you're 19, 20 years old. It's too late for all of that because now you get caught with something 18, 19, you're doing some real time. And that's going to just set your whole life back a couple steps. So what we're doing is we're filling in those spaces and providing opportunities for the youth to have another alternative out here, whether it's so it ain't got to be college or the street. You know what I'm saying?
That's big. Was you like, rest in peace of Nip? Was you locked in with Nip? Like, I heard you say the STEM. I know he had that.
Personally,
going on.
Nah, man. But absolutely.
Yeah, that's big,
absolutely.
Bro.
Just inspired by all of the people that paved the way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big shout out to Nip. I love what he was doing. I definitely took a couple of pages out of his book to realize what I can do in my hometown. So rest in peace to the legend, man, the great Nipsey Hussle. Absolutely.
What was some of your inspirations?
Facts, yeah, because we went right to the investments. You got it. Because you got a heavy pen too. I
appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Musically, I was a Wu-Tang baby growing up.
Okay.
Wow. Wu and Hove and Nas and.
Who was your favorite out the Wu?
It depends.
What day it is, right?
It depends on what we're talking about, right? Okay.
Right.
With the clan is kind of like the X-Men to me. It's like different members got different superpowers. Like I think the most mechanical out the clan is the Genius. Like he's the most mechanical. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. A lot of niggas ain't hip to the Genius like that.
Yeah, he's the most mechanical. But like the most charisma would be Ghost or you know, Method Man. But the most unique is A Song Unique. God bless the dead or dirty bastard. You know what I'm saying? But the brain behind the operation is the RZA. You know what I'm saying? And then like the most obvious would be Ray. Like it depends on who he.
You get the fly shit from Ray. Ray was my favorite.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you give me Chef vibes. I was waiting for you.
Yeah, nah, I got a record coming out this month. Me, Raekwon, and Method Man. We got a record coming out.
Did you watch the verses?
Peter Rosenberg.
It's crazy.
Yeah, of course. You know I tuned in. You know
okay.
Yeah,
you got one with that's big. That's big, man. I mean, I know you been used to big moments. Like I called my brother last night in the middle. I forgot, man, because like when you dropped with Don Cannon when the Gangsta Grill era, I was in high school. Like my man. You made an impact here so heavy. Like, you was so crazy. We thought you was from Philly. And that's just like, you know, the whole tri-state area with the pen. No disrespect to Midwest. But like, when I found out you was from Michigan, it blew me. I was like, wow. Because, bro, you was in the middle of Wayne and Freeway and you, like, did your shit.
I mean, a lot of people.
You know, a lot of people. You know, this.
Yeah, but that was a huge one.
Y'all a fun fact. You know, some exclusive for y'all podcast. For y'all
I need that. Thank you. Here we go.
Something that people don't know. Like, that was my song. I wrote that. Cannon, that was my record. They put everybody on there after me.
I'm the gat, the strap, the gun, the tool, the motherfucking cannon.
The thing about that is I was a young guy. I was young, you know what I'm saying? And that, like, I wrote that, and then everybody got on the record. So it wasn't even like I tried to keep up with them. They had to keep up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on the record first. They definitely put me on there after the fact. That definitely was something made. You still did your shit though. Yo,
but you nice, man. You really nice though, bro. Like you really nice though, man. Like to come in, cause like just to give you let me put it in a scope for you. Like we in that, bro. You know, drama Gangsta Grills was like heavy. It comes out. Wayne does the legendary song. That's why I brought that one up, because that's the first one I heard. And then you come in right behind it. And at that time, nobody like knew who you were. We had to look you up like, yo, this nigga is fire. And that's just really like huge, bro. Because, you know, at that, come on, that was like mixtape Wheezy, bro.
Yeah.
And you did your shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and not to, you got way greater works as we go on. Go ahead, yeah, I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, like he just said, he wrote that before, so Wayne had to match his energy. You dig what I'm
Facts,
saying?
but even after, I'm talking about the outcome, like he still heard it back, like, yo, shit, I ain't gotta rewrite my verse.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go.
I gotta
rewrite salute, bro. Big salute to you.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you, man. Appreciate you for saying that.
You was in that era, and so I think that was 06, 07 when that Gangsta Grills came out. Like that time period was it was a different time in hip hop. It's like with the snap music and the club shit, and it was ill to hear lyricism cut through during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you kind of like spearheaded that. So I was gonna say, like, what made you like switch your sound after that Gangsta Grills album? Because it kind of went into like that super underground sound that we kind of hear from you now. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's a little more modern. Yeah. You had, you've been doing your shit, bro.
Can you just talk about that a little bit? Like the Dat Piff era, the Dat Piff mixtape era.
To like going into the, to now where you at?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I started off, like before people who knew who I was always a guy who I wrote to, the Nas and the Wu-Tang. I always wrote that way. That was always the way I was doing my thing. I always focused on lyricism. I never not made that my priority. But when I got with the, Gangsta Grills movement, was doing all that, was building this company up, it wasn't like I got signed to that issue. I helped build that. You know what I'm saying?
They were your boys. Like, y'all go back to college, right?
Exactly. So we built that company. Yeah, we family. And still to this day, we family. So my role was just to help that brand get to where it was supposed to go. It was designed to be exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? A pillar, a powerhouse in the Southern market. Me being not from the South, I still had to make the music that made sense to me. And what happened via that Gangsta Grills era, I had to sort of become this hybrid where I had to try to hold on to lyricism, hold on to what I did best, but still be able to be relevant among the party ringtone, trap, snap music that was going on at the time. That was a hell of a challenge especially for somebody at my age, I was young, wedded to the sound I wanted to make, but still had to do what was best for the business.
Because everybody goes down and do that.
Of course, and my team always recommended me to do something that was fitting of the aesthetic of the, you know, the sonic base of the, you know, of the label and the music and what was going on at the time. And we disagreed a lot. You know, I wanted to be more.
Who was we? Who was we? Who you talking about? Like
just me and my team, me and the label.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, me and my team, me and the label, me and Asylum, me and Warner, me and Atlantic, me and Ron, me and Live, me and Sense, me and Ken, like everybody.
At the time. Okay.
Because it was such a weird era. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
it couldn't have been. It was weird. It was weird, but it couldn't have been no more weirder for me. Because
it was like the beginning era of shit.
Yeah, when I first got my deal, it was fucking ringtone era. The ringtones was the shit. It was snap music, Laffy Taffy was the shit. And to make matters more interesting, I was signed to the same label that pushed Laffy Taffy in. Like, shout out to Shorty Low, you know what I'm saying? God bless the dead, God bless the great. You know, but I came out at the time when Shorty Low was running the shit. So how I'm supposed to do this bars and all this lyrical shit, and Shorty Low was in the front, and Shorty Low was up front. So I had to find some way to, you know, make it make sense. I think that's where a lot of the miscommunication and the failure to translate, you know, in a way that people understood. Because the reason why I'm saying these things is because you asking me the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Facts.
We wouldn't be talking about it right now. You see what I'm
saying? Yeah, fact. Yeah, I want to know, bro. Facts.
But to tie it in a knot, the moment I made my money and made my stride and did what I did in that space, I took it and I invested in some businesses and started to be more business and startup entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm really blessed and really fortunate, is it connected with the people damn near more than the Gangsta Grill shit did. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm a legend in a whole different space. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what's honest to me without no business even being factored in. I pull a beat up and write what the fuck I want to write. I don't care about radio and the spins. You know, I don't care about none of that shit. You know, I'm doing what I want to do. I make money from doing business. I just rap because I'm nice. You see what I'm saying? Like, the rap shit, I just do it for sport. I love it. And I'm gonna never not do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm the best at what it is I do. So I'm gonna always be it. I'm gonna never abandon the music. But I make money from doing business.
I was wondering, like, what made you stay the underground route and then go business mogul and get the bag versus where, like, your brothers is like in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah.
Shout out to Drama. Yeah. Like, I met Drama when they came through the NAP. Like, yeah, go ahead.
You got it. I'm sorry. But my brothers don't write. They don't write music. So it's different. Like, they on the business side. They sign other artists who write music, who fit the mode of what the machine is dictating. And it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful thing that they're doing. But I'm in a different space. You know what I mean? I didn't come in the game to be, I didn't come in the game to do that. You know what I'm saying? I came in the game to, you know, to be an artist and set up these businesses and find my way that way. But you know what I'm saying?
Kudos, man, because you definitely succeeded.
It's all, yeah, definitely. And I'm really appreciative and really grateful. You know what I'm saying? For being able to
do shit
Frank Sinatra style, did it my way. You know what I'm saying?
I think the first time I heard you do that was on the Cure mixtape. Right? And it was the Conjuring the Cure and all them joints.
Yeah, that's the blog era.
That's the blog, and that's when after the Drama, you know, situation and all that shit, kind of when I reconnected with your music was during that time. And then The Fly, that's my like favorite Willie the Kid tape right there. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
I've been saying that shit the whole time. Flying over your hood, getting too popular to popular, hanging at the chopper with the chopper. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Tell us about LA the Dark Man.
It's your brother. I don't know if he was going off what I asked. I asked if y'all ever like battle because y'all both nice on the bars. Y'all brothers, like who's a nicer brother on some like petty shit.
Yeah, nah, man. Just my older brother, man. We don't battle. We battle against the world. We battle against everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
He influenced you to get on the pen?
Okay.
Or nah, it was just like a mutual thing.
One thing he did do was he was older than me. He had more access. He was able to really go do the shit for real before I could even get off the porch. So seeing that was like, oh shit, this shit is real. But I don't remember a time where I wasn't not writing raps. I've been writing raps since I could speak. Like, I don't even remember when I wasn't rapping. You know what I'm saying? So just the thing was just to aspire as a kid to do something, and then for him to really go and do it, different type of inspiration. It was definitely inspired by what he was able to go do, and it let me know that this shit is real and something that we can do. And then with just a
Right.
blessing, was able to start to do it together. You know what I'm saying?
So did he go get a situation with the Woo first, or did you have your situation set up with Drummond first? How did that kind of work?
No, we got a situation with the Woo. I was like in fucking middle school. Like I was a kid.
Word.
He got with the Woo like in 98, 97. Like I was.
Wow.
I probably
That was prime Woo era too.
7th grade, some shit like that. Yeah. That was prime Woo era. So it was so prime. It's so prime. He was in the ice cream video at the end when Meth Ice Cold Bitches Melt Down within my clutch. On that part, I was in the back in the video. Incarcerated Scarfaces, the kid on the wall like this with the fatigue jacket. That was.
I'm going to check it after this. I gotta go see it.
Definitely gonna have to view it.
Yeah, and then he put his album out independent, and he sold upward 200,000-300,000 copies just indie back in like 98. You know what I'm saying? You know, associated with the Woo, but still had his own brand. I was a kid watching all of this, so he definitely paved the way for me and did it before me. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Speaking of that, like while we right there, bro, like you did something, and like I said, another reason why I just want to tip my hat to you, bro. Like grinding from the Midwest to make it to the way that you to the level that you did. You know, you took it to the pinnacle with this shit. Like, bro, like talk about that, like the grind of staying down. Cause
but like more specifically, like how you were able to formulate the albums. Like where'd you get like the ideas to do the skits, the movie skits, and the 1950s vibes that you had? Because that was like. That's the sound that we hear right now. And almost when you speak about Atlanta, being in Atlanta at that time, it kind of reminds me of like first time I heard West Side Gun on the Drama album or Rhyming with Drum, you know what I'm saying? Being
sticking to your roots.
East Coast artist in the South, you know what I'm saying? Trying to match the music in the times or whatever. So I was gonna say, where did you get
true, man?
Yeah. Where did you get
true
that?
To myself. That's the music I grew up with.
Okay.
You know?
Facts.
I got that on the music I grew up to. I grew up with, and you know how y'all from the Midwest too, so I know how it is. We grew up with everything from motherfucking Mobb Deep to Crucial Conflict to
No Limit,
to Spice One,
right?
To No Limit, to D40, to Ice Cube, to
everything.
Snoop and Dre.
We got everything,
Outkast.
yes sir.
We had the benefit of growing up to everything. Like we used to come home from school with Rap City, Beyond, and we jammed to all of that shit that day.
Yes sir. Like, the box, all that, right?
We didn't have all that. We didn't have the prejudice that a lot of these regions have. Like guys who maybe been youth growing up in New York, they didn't have no tolerance for the South the way we did. And people down South probably didn't have a tolerance for New York music the way that we did. Like we loved it all. We loved Boot Camp Click and we love motherfucking UGK. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the advantage I think any Midwest artist had. That's why Kanye is so successful. That's why, you know, Eminem and Common and a lot of the artists coming out the Midwest, you know, Big Sean and artists like that, because we grew up where we listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is for us. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I was saying, like, what made you stay down? Like, you know what I mean? Because I know shit
because I can
real.
go down south and appreciate. I can go down south and appreciate Juvenile, but still know I'm a Nas baby. Like I still can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people can't do that. You know, I put up a project a couple years ago. It's called Filthy Money. It's been my man S Class Sonny, and it's all trap beats. I'm bouncing on that shit like. You know what I mean? Like one of the trap artists. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't listened to it, make sure you check it out. It's called Filthy Money. It's streaming everywhere. Like that don't sound nothing like the shit that you might hear me and Alchemist do. It don't sound nothing like that. But that's me taking the liberty of being a Midwest artist. I can bounce like that. And then I can come and just slow it down and get eclectic so I can do all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me showing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what's true. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Alchemist, man, what was it like working with Al?
He's a legend too.
That's one of my favorite albums, the Masterpiece Theater.
You done work with some legendary ass people, man. You a legend, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah. Just tell us a little bit about that, because I feel like that album was one of the first like all produced by one producer albums. You know what I mean? So you had a chance to do that like in that time where it was like, it really wasn't a thing. So kind of like, how did that even come about? Did you always just want to work with Alk like that, or just?
One of the first projects in this era that was one producer, one rapper was my album called Never a Dull Moment. And Never a Dull Moment, we put that together back in 2009. It was me and his brother named Lee Bannon. And that was actually the first straight to digital platform EP by one solo artist and one solo producer at the time as well. Nobody was doing that at the time. You know what I'm saying? And we put that album out straight to iTunes without doing any physical copies, nothing like that, and went straight to the streams before I even knew much about streams myself, but I did know it was the future. And I learned that from the RZA, who came to the studio and told us about the future of streaming before it even happened. You know what I'm saying? So I put that album out, and that album did so well. And for me, and it's dated, it's been published, so we can argue this via the numbers. Nobody was doing one producer, one rapper EPs, 7 joints straight loops, and under that what you call underground sound. Nobody was doing that shit prior to what I did with Never a Dull Moment. Saying that to say, Alchemist heard Never a Dull Moment, and that's what gave rise to us doing Masterpiece Theater. You know what I'm saying? My man Planet Asia, my man Lee Bannon, who produced Never a Dull Moment, brought that to Alchemist's crib. And they called me on the spot and say, yo, Alchemist is loving this shit, man. He want to work with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just from hearing Never a Dull Moment. You know what I'm saying? And from Never a Dull Moment, I pivoted and I put out The Cure, and Alchemist produced The Cure 2. And Alchemist produced Waste Not One Not. And I did The Fly 2. I think even before that, he rapped on this joint, my guy. And then The Fly 2, which was before that actually, Alchemist got on a record called Fucking Toxic that Lee Bannon produced. And Alchemist was rapping on that one too. I think Al's an underrated rapper too. All the legendary shit he do.
Al nice. He got a dope ass verse on the Masterpiece Theater joint. Yeah, he's spitting on that.
Definitely. He got voice, all that.
Where's Lee Bannon from? You dropped his name like 3-4 times. Where he from?
I've heard of Lee Bannon.
Like where you put him on?
Sacramento.
Oh, okay. Sacramento. Look at you out there.
I'm all over, bro. Been all over. You know what I'm saying? He linked up with Planet Asia, who's from Fresno. It's a NorCal thing. Sacramento, Fresno, Northern California cities. They linked up, and Planet Asia is a gatekeeper to a lot of the underground shit coming out of LA and coming out the West Coast. Period. If you're not from LA, you're not from the West Coast, and you got some buzz out on the West Coast, it probably went through Planet Asia at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? So he brought Bandit down to Alchemist, and they played Never a Dull Moment. And Alchemist heard me outside of that drama Gangsta Grills era. He heard me, you know, in my true form, and got on the phone, and we did Masterpiece Theater not soon after that.
What was it like working with Nas, man? Was that kind of like the same situation?
It was dope. It was dope to be on the song with Nas. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we wasn't. Okay. Me and Nas wasn't in the lab together. That was a Gangsta Grills production. You know what I'm saying? They put everybody on the record and put it out. I want to revisit that opportunity and actually get in the studio with Nas and create something organically and, you know, put it together.
I was gonna ask that,
But he did get a chance to hear the record, and I got the salute, you know what I'm saying, from the legend, Esco himself. So it's good to, know that he heard it and he approved of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's fire. Yeah. That's big.
Sure.
Like you got any? Can we get any like backstories? Like I know you didn't work with so many crazy people in the studio. Like anybody you had worked with in the studio? Like any fire stories that nobody know about?
I worked with everybody, man.
Facts.
In the studio.
Gucci.
I mean, Gucci. Me and Gucci hung out on the lab.
Any Gucci stories?
You know what I'm saying?
Something you ain't get people. Respectfully, he's a good guy.
He's a foul.
Nah, I'm not looking for bad stories. Relax. Facts. I'm not like that. No,
bad stories.
I'm not even doing that.
He's bugged out.
So you met. I want to go back to some shit. You met Drama and Kenneth in college?
Oh no, I met them in college. I was just getting to school, and Drama was graduating out of school. You know what I'm saying? And doing this thing just in the city. And then Cannon was a little bit younger than him, but older than me. And he would, in Drama, come back to the campus and give Cannon opportunities. And I was Cannon young boy, so he'll look out for me. So when Drama pulled Cannon into something, and Cannon pulled me into it. And that's the beginning of us creating it. So we got together and created affiliates. We created Gangsta Grills, and we created all of these brands.
Can't question God, bro. That's so crazy.
Can't question the Lord, not one bit. Never, ever,
That's
never.
Crazy.
I was supposed to work out. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be, like Tony Soprano says, it's good to be at something from the ground level. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a talent that they just signed. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you built it brick by brick. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's crazy how y'all meet. Like end up, nobody stepping on nobody's foot because like you came in, you like a dope ass artist, like. You know what I mean? And an investor, I know you're a great mind because there's probably things going on. Shit, like I know you probably told the story before, but like, was you there when the raid had happened?
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, right. I know. I see you like for the interviews. Like what? Can you speak on it? You feel like speaking on it again for our audience?
That changed the game, literally. You know what I'm saying? That changed the way everything. went from artist to consumer. You know what I'm saying? The way we heard music and the way we priced the music and the way marketing was done. Like the mixtape has been a staple forever, but that changed the whole role of the mixtape.
There's so
That
many
changed the whole
layers.
game.
Yeah, there's layers with that.
Yeah, so I was there in the studio. I was working on my album, and my brother was like, "Yo, let's go run and get some food real quick and get back in the lab." And as soon as we left, we got a phone call from some friends of ours who said, "Yo, the Fed's about to raid the studio." We're like, "For what?" It's just music, ain't nothing going on in the studio to be raided. Like, what the fuck? We don't, ain't nothing like that going on. We business people, it's business people. So sure enough, man, as we pulling back to the studio, we just SUVs and helicopters and the whole wop, kicking down the door, police dogs, guns, the whole shit, AKs. I think somebody may have said something to the police that wasn't true about what we were doing in that space. And they kicked the door down and confiscated all of the mixtapes and everything like that. Took all of the hard drives. They took my album I was working on. So my album didn't come out at the time because I lost it to the feds, lost the hard drive. I got it back recently. I got it back a couple years ago.
But that makes
you know what? I'm
sense
gonna put
though.
it out too.
You got to call it the raid or some shit. Y'all got to go back in.
Nah. I'm gonna call it the original title, The Crown Prince.
Oh, facts.
But it was damn near done.
I bet you it's still hard because
I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah, I bet you it's hard because you was like already bought. You was on. Yeah, I know you was turned in that time. Like what? On everything.
I just got my deal. You know what I'm saying? Just bought a crib, buy jewelry. I was young. I was happy to be there. I was, still kind of naive about the business. It was a good time, man. But yeah, we just saw the raid, man. They took the cars. I just bought a BMW, and my man since had a truck. Ken had a truck. Drum had a Beam. They took all the cars, all of that shit. But the funny thing was, my brother told me, he said, "Yo, go across the street and get you some." It was a restaurant called No Mas across the street. He's like, "Go to No Mas and get you some chips and salsa, and walk back to the studio, and just hit the button on your alarm like you just parked over there to get some lunch. Don't even affiliate with the madness. Just get your car and pull off." You know what I'm saying? So they had my car on the truck, trying to like take my car off the truck. So I get the chips and salsa. I walk back over there. I hit the button, beep, beep. They turn around, freeze, who are you? Put the gun on me and all that, grab me and all that. They like, "Yo, this your car?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is my car." Like, these guys, Don Cannon and Tyree Simmons. Do you know they're doing illegal music bootlegging over there? I said, "Yeah, I know them. Those are my friends. I know them. These are my brothers." You know what I'm saying? "Oh, okay, yeah. You know anything that got to do anything with this right?" I said, "Nah, I don't know nothing about anything you're talking about. But yeah, I record here. I do music here. Yeah, we saw your picture hanging up, and I got posters in that motherfucker. So there's nothing I can deny. I got my big ass poster. I'm gonna sit there. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? So I know these guys, but I don't know anything about anything illegal. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?" Give them my ID. A couple of officers stepped away. He came back, gave me my ID, and they said, "Put his car down." Put my car in the truck. I pulled off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried about my guys at the time, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about what the future holds for them. Nah, I'm too smooth for that. You know what I'm saying? Too smooth for that. I never let. Come on, man. I value my life way too much for that. I know how to get mine unscathed. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to prove a point. You know what I'm saying?
So you got a new project coming out?
Because that was history.
Yeah, talk about
I just
your new
feel bad
project.
for my niggas. I feel bad for my niggas. I don't want to speak on it just yet, but I'm gonna tell you, it's a project that I did for the people. Got a lot of other acts on here, a lot of features of guys who I respect, a lot of guys who coming up in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? I want to open up the doors and let them, get busy on the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's coming soon.
You
though.
saying that, man?
ASAP.
I was having a conversation earlier, and I had heard of Rock Marciano before, but like, I remember hearing him on the joint with Out. That was like my first time hearing Rock, you know what I'm saying? And then I went and listened to Rock and tapped into his catalog from that, you know what I'm saying? Action Bronson, kind of the same way. Like, I heard him on your joint and I went and tapped in with him, you know what I'm saying? So that's good that you still doing that even right now. So that's what's up.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Like, but Rock, me and Rock are, with peers. We probably broke that mold about the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't consider him a new artist. Action either. Action came up through the J Love mixtapes coming out of New York. You know what I mean? They I don't consider Act and Rock new artists. You know what I'm saying? Those are guys who put a lot of work in to create.
I got
the
put
new
on
artists
to
who are new
rock through
artists.
you though, respectfully though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Respectfully.
For sure.
And you gotta
that
think
was,
this right. We from the Midwest
yes,
though
sir.
too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
know.
And I
link
think a
for
lot
all
of
that,
artists
yeah.
out the tri-state probably got put on to me from him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
That's what
that was
exactly.
the whole point.
Exactly.
I want my base to learn about more, and I want more people base to learn about me from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you said it, peers. You hit it,
that's
peers.
yeah. They're my guys, man. Those are my guys. Those are the two guys that they're on my album Capital Gains. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are on my last album Capital Gains. I know I can always reach out to Rock. I can reach out to Act. They get it. You know, like those are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to them.
What's your favorite project? We'll go there. What's your favorite project of yours that you didn't cook, and why?
Man, what's a father's favorite child? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to say. You know what I'm saying?
My middle child.
So much music, so much volume of music, so many bars.
Yeah.
Man. It's just probably like.
Mm-hmm. It's just different moments, man. Different.
That's what I was gonna say. So, do you have a favorite moment?
Each project has a great. Nah, that would be impossible, man. Like that's. What's your favorite life moment? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you had a crazy life, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say, oh, this is my favorite moment in my life. Like, that's such a broad question, brother. I wouldn't even begin to try to answer it. You know what I'm saying?
That's fly talk.
We appreciate you, Willie, for coming through today, man.
For sure.
We're gonna definitely do a part 2. We thank you for coming through 420-365 TV.
Before we let you go, it'd be, anything
Indeed.
you want to speak on that you coming on that you can't speak on? I know the project is private. Any new investments? Anything you got coming? Anything we should be looking
anything
for?
on the lookout?
Yeah, for sure. We just signed off, man, for equity partnership in the lounge out in Ghana, Africa, in Accra, Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Mo2 Lounge. We're bringing the Mo2 brand overseas to the motherland. It's in the name of the Great Return. You know, back in 2019, that marked the 400-year anniversary of the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade. So the first Africans left the coast of West Africa 400 years ago in 2019. So ever since then, we've been trying to find a way to work our way back over to the motherland, and we finally figured it out with the Mo2 brand. So we got a full kitchen, full bar, venue space opening up out there later this year. Also got some things popping up here in the States with the Mo2 brand. We'll make some announcements coming real soon. We also got Radiator. I want to encourage a lot of the independent artists. Once we get this brand, once we get the app launched, we're gonna grow the brand and reach out to a lot of the indie artists and give a lot of the people that's been grinding on that underground scene or that emerging local scene to get their flowers and get the opportunity to make some money. It's hard to get top billing on those major streaming platforms among the bigger artists. But Radiator would be an opportunity to give the artists coming from secondary markets like Indianapolis, like Grand Rapids, like Nashville, like, Macon, Georgia, like Sacramento, to get that top billing, you know what I'm saying? So geolocation app, you go on the app based on where you are on the globe, and it targets the area where you are, kind of like Google Maps, and then it kind of plays the records like a playlist on Spotify would, and we collect publishing royalties and get brothers paid in these secondary markets. So look out for that real soon.
Yeah, anything that we could do when you launch that, bro. Like in our city, we definitely.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna definitely pull through Indy and spread some money around, spread some looks around for the guys coming up out of Indy. Like my boy A Links. I'm talking about coming out there and doing business and providing opportunities for the artists out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into hoarding anything. I'm into opening. Yeah, but if I got something, I'm opening it up for everybody to come and eat with. You know what I'm saying? So. Shout out to my boy Abe. He's definitely going to be
shout out to
king
Links,
of the
man.
mountains. If I can do it, have anything to do with it, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow, we got a question. We got a fan question for you, bro. It was like, what do you think of social media influence of rap, like the TikTok, SoundCloud, and the blogs, etc.? You know, the game, how much more do you think things will shift in the future? Like, do you think things will keep shifting, or this is where it's at?
No, it's never stopped ever. Why would it stop now? You know what I'm saying? Like it's been shifting since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's only gonna get bigger.
I think it's only gonna get bigger. It's only gonna get more accessible to those who know how to hustle creatively. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If you know how to get out here and be resourceful, you're gonna have an opportunity. That's the good side about social media and apps and blogs and playlists, streaming platforms. Just opportunity for us to get out and get busy. Like TikTok and shit like that. all the apps, Instagram and shit like that, Snapchat, that's the new radio. That's the new video show. That's the new 106 and Park and you on TV raps and raps. That's the new place where music gets broke. Even me, I'd be on the app and I'd see something like, damn, what song is that? Shit fire. And I'd go and just pull it up. It might be just a chick dancing in the mirror on Instagram to the record. And I was like, that shit fire. And I'll pull it up and it'd be some young boy out of Chicago getting busy. Like, oh shit. And I'm playing it in my car. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that off Snapchat. I got that off TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
I got that off TikTok.
It's a great opportunity, man. You know what I mean?
Fire.
It's a great opportunity.
Man, well, the people feeling you, man. We definitely feeling you. Like I told you before, we was rolling. Big fan, bro. Like, just once again, like I told
Appreciate
you, bro.
y'all,
like,
man.
You know what I mean? It's our first time tapping in, but real big fan hearing you. Being a hustler from the Midwest, like, you know what I mean, in the trenches for real.
Sure.
You was music to a nigga's ears, bro. Like,
I
thank you.
appreciate that, bro.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, bro. Like, you deserve your flowers, bro. If nobody ever told you, bro, you definitely legendary, my nigga. Like, you's a pillar. You's a pillar. You heard me? Hip hop pillar to that Gangsta Grills era and to this investment thing. And I want to wish you major success to all your endeavors coming on. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank y'all, man. Y'all boys be safe out here, man.